Hi, everyone, and welcome to Fox 9 Sports Now. And it's a big night. This is a big night when we have former All-American Golden Gopher great
slow
Pat Micheletti
down
here in studio. Thanks so much for coming in,
It's great
Pat.
to be back.
All right, at the start of this season, go way back to last fall, everybody was pretty excited for hockey in this state. Everybody expected the Wild to be in the playoffs, getting ready. And then the Frozen Four was at the X this year. So St. Cloud fans, UMD, Mankato, Bemidji, St. Thomas, well, they can't get in yet. But Gophers, everybody thought the Gophers were going for a third straight time to the Frozen Four. And here we are.
Here we are. Not a great year. Parts of it were good. With the Gophers, I think they had a really good year and up against a good Boston University team. And when you lose 5 guys to the National Hockey League, it's going to be tough.
Correct.
The Wild. I think at the beginning of the year, when you looked at their roster, you thought, can't win the cup, can make the playoffs, and that didn't happen, and it was a really frustrating year, I think, for Wild fans, for all of us to watch this team, and just an unfortunate season. Yeah,
let's dive into the Wild. They were in Chicago today. Now they're still not out of the playoffs, but really they are.
They're out.
They needed a win today and a ton of help. Basically, everybody else losing the rest of the season. But we did get a glimpse of the future. Jesper Wallstedt getting his second NHL start, and the Wild gives support. They score first here on the power play. Matt Boldy with a beautiful cross-ice pass to Kirill Kaprizov, who buries his 40th of the year, Pat. 3 straight years he's hit 40.
Unbelievable. And, at the beginning of the year, he was in a slump. People were on him. And you just knew at some point in time that this guy was going to, catch fire. And, you mentioned it, 40 goals on the season. That quick release of his, it's just, it's unstoppable. And, he's just been tremendous all season long.
All right, the Wild then go up by 2. Kaprizov gets the puck free to Zuccarello. Over to Marco Rossi. He's got the empty net to put it into. And Rossi had a pretty good second half.
21, 22 goals, thus far. And, I think playing with these 2 guys has certainly helped him, helped his confidence, helped him learn the game a little bit. But, again, that play was made by Kaprizov.
Yes, right here, fighting through the traffic.
He fought through, 2-3 guys, and Zuccarello, can pass as well as anybody in the league. And Rossi opens up and gets it.
And the Wild go on to win 4-0. Wallstedt gets his first ever shutout. Now, he wasn't severely tested in this one, Pat, but he has been doing the job down in Iowa. Is he ready for the big stage? Can he be the #1 netminder when this team hits the ice next fall?
Well, I don't know if he has to be the #1 goaltender. I think, being a #1 draft pick and having all the accolades, and he's been in Iowa for 2 years. I think he has, at some point in time, they have to find out.
Right.
And he gets a shutout today. I think they'll learn more. I know there's 5 games left in the season, or 6, and they've got to play him a couple more. And if they feel comfortable about that, then there's Marc-Andre Fleury, right? As a mentor. So they've got some things to think about.
All right, so that was my next question. Marc-Andre Fleury has not said whether he's retiring or not, but it all seems like he does want to keep playing. He'll be a free agent this summer. So you being Bill Guerin, do you bring him back? And if so, why?
I'm bringing him back 100% because he's a great teammate. He can still play. You watch him play. Does he look like a 38-year-old?
No.
I mean, he doesn't. He still has the same reflexes. Sure, he's going to drive you crazy some nights, but I tell you what, he's a gamer. He can win. He can win big games, and he's really good with the younger goaltenders. Wallstedt, if he comes up. Gustafsson, still young. What they do with him, is yet to be determined. But I think he still wants to play. Still has a love for the game, and he's great with the guys.
All right. All the talk going into this afternoon's game was the showcase of the 2 top Calder candidates, right? You have Connor Bedard, who is an unbelievable offensive talent, and then there's the Wild's Brock Faber, and Faber delivered in this one, but does he have a legitimate chance because of all the press clippings already out there for Bedard?
let's say this, right? I think at some point in his career, Bedard is going to be the MVP of the league. That doesn't mean he has to be Rookie of the Year. And if you look at what a player has done for his team this season, now both teams are not going to make the playoffs,
right.
but you know, there's going to be bias in Chicago and bias in Minnesota. But if you're looking at it objectively and what Brock Faber has done for his team, and then just as a player, right, in the league as a rookie, I think he deserves a Rookie of the Year.
Yeah, it'll be really interesting. That injury really
He's probably not
slowed
going to
down
get
Bedard,
it
right?
Due to
the national media and all the focus on him being number one overall.
For sure.
And we've watched him for 5 years coming up the pipeline. All right, we're putting you back into Bill Guerin's chair. So what does he do next? He's still handcuffed by his decision to buy out Suter and Parisi, so that's one. He changed coaches during the year, so that was another bullet in his gun that he had to try. And you kind of hinted towards it with Gustafsson. That may be a chip that he could use to get this team to the playoffs. But what does he have to address, Pat?
Well, let's be brutally honest. They get no production from their bottom six forwards. And when your stars are either injured or in a mini slump, that is when you need those guys to come to the fore. And they were given the opportunity, and Connor Duhaime and Dewar, both guys given that opportunity, and it didn't work. And you know, you don't blame it on those two alone, per se. I'm using them as an example. But the bottom six guys just didn't produce. And we looked at it at the beginning of the year, and we thought, okay, this team is good enough to make the playoffs. They played good enough at times to be a playoff team. But it's an 82-game season, and you have to be consistent. And there was no consistency there. So I think the big, you know, what they're going to try to address is that bottom six. Get somebody who can, you know, contribute a little bit more. And how do they do that? Well, you know, there's going to be decisions that are going to have to be made. Do you keep Philip Gustafsson? Can you unload that $3 million contract and get some assets back? There's other players that may be tradable. Not many, because a lot of them have the no trades. But he's got to fix that bottom six if they want to make the playoffs next season.
All right, let's switch to college hockey now. The transfer portal has been devastating to some so-called smaller programs like Bemidji State, Minnesota State. The Beavers losing their star defenseman Eric Polkamp to Denver. We saw the Mavericks getting crushed last year by players leaving, and again more this year. How big a concern is this for the sport moving forward, Pat?
We have 64 teams in college hockey, and for me, loving the game like you do, Jim, and we cover it. You know, we want to see all teams healthy, and when some of these schools that you mentioned lose their stars, it's disheartening, not only to them, to college hockey fans. You know, and I don't want to see this be the blue bloods, the big 5, 6, whatever, just running college hockey. I like the portal. And I hate the portal. You know, and is there a difference between NIL and portal? And I think for some guys, the portal is really good. If there's a understanding with the coach and that, you know, things aren't going the proper way, let's move him along and help him. I don't like the fact that agents are involved now, and to a
family advisors,
I'm sorry, to a certain degree running college hockey. Because what I don't like about the portal is the poaching, and it's happening. You know, and where guys know before they enter the portal where they're going. I don't think that's right. I don't think it's fair, and I don't think it's great for our sport. Unfortunately, we're under one umbrella in the NCAA. There's 30,000 athletes under the same umbrella that are all in the portal now. And I wish that we had a little bit more oversight, if you will, on the college hockey scene and settle things down a little bit. I think it'll be okay, you know, in another year. but right now it's scary to me where it potentially could be at.
Yeah, when they get all these COVID guys through the fifth-year
then
option,
we'll be done
that's
with
been a
that,
problem
and then
too.
hopefully it'll settle down.
Right, but meanwhile, the Gophers did get a star in the portal just tonight. You confirmed that Matthew Wood from UConn is coming to Minnesota. He was a first-round pick of the Nashville Predators, and this guy has got size and talent.
Here is where I say the portal worked right? He didn't decide until today. He was looking at 3 different schools, decided on Minnesota, and there was no poaching, no recruiting prior to, and those types of things.
Right.
And so it worked out well. And for Minnesota, they don't use the portal. They've used it twice.
We're talking Bob Motzko.
We're talking Bob Motzko. And, so I think Minnesota has done a really good job at developing their own players and keeping their own players. And when they go after a guy, they go after a guy for need. I don't mind how that one worked out compared to others that I've seen happen. So, Matthew Wood is if people want to know what Matthew Wood is like, his comparable would be a Tage Thompson of the Buffalo Sabres. Big guy, can skate, can shoot the puck, highly skilled player, and fills a need, for Minnesota and Bob Motzko.